What's going on, guys? It's JROCars and welcome back to another video. Now for today's video, we're going to be in a little bit of a different setting, talking about something a little bit different, but it is something that's very dear to my heart and something that's important to me, and I think will be important to a lot of you guys, or at least you guys have had some experience with here and there. So what that is how YouTube in general is really affecting and definitely, in my opinion, benefiting the car scene. So obviously the car scene's been around for ages, long time it's been around, referring to kids being interested in cars, not even kids, but anyone being interested in cars, whether it be a car meet, a shop, or anything like that, just cars in general. I really think that YouTube is definitely benefiting that, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and here we go. So the first thing that I think YouTube really helps the car scene out in is just showing what we're all about. A lot of kids may think that like car guys are this or that, but I think that most car guys are good guys. In fact, I think that we're a rare breed in that we really take a lot of passion in what we do and we like learning more about it. And overall, I just think car guys are good guys. Obviously, there's this guy and that guy, and everyone's different. But in general, I really enjoy my conversations with car guys and everything like that. And I really think YouTube is a good platform for showing who we are, because really any car YouTuber makes... well, that's hard to say, but a lot of car YouTubers just show who they are and show that they're good guys, and it makes it a lot less intimidating for even guys like me. When I first got into the car scene, it was a lot less intimidating for me to get into it and start learning about cars and everything like that than it would be without it. So like when my dad was a kid, there was a lot more kids into cars, it feels like, but it was definitely a more hard thing to get into if you didn't know that much about it, which is going to be what I'm mainly talking about in this video. But yeah, that's the first thing. It just shows what we're about. It shows who we are, and it shows that we have a heavy passion around cars and that anyone really can have that and get into it. The second thing that I really think YouTube helps the car scene out with is just the big knowledge base that YouTube provides for people. So whether you're a car guy that needs to learn how to replace or fix his check engine light, or replace his headlights, or install a cold air intake, YouTube is a massive source for videos of how to do that. Now, it's one thing to go on the internet and search an article and read about it. It's a whole other thing to see people actually working on your exact car, or showing how to install that exact cold air intake or that exact drive shaft or whatever it may be. It's really cool that YouTube provides this huge knowledge base for us car guys, or even not car guys, that want to learn how to do something. Whether you're a car guy, like I said, a car guy learning to try to do a particular project or install, or if you're a guy like me, when I first started out, who wanted to learn everything about cars, which shout out to Engineering Explained, best car channel learning about cars. If you guys are learning about cars right now, check them out. Little shout out there. Basically, if you're a guy that was like me, that wanted to learn the cars and wanted to hold a conversation with people and his dad and his brother, but you didn't know that much about it and they weren't really willing to teach you, then YouTube is an awesome database for tons of information about cars. And I really think that's awesome that obviously you can still go to school for cars. Obviously you can talk to your friends or just work on cars yourself and learn, but YouTube is awesome help. And I really think that helps the car scene with kids not being intimidated to get into it. In terms of learning how the basics of a car works, or if you're a really big car enthusiast that just needs to know how to do a particular project, YouTube's awesome for that. The third thing that I really like about YouTube and the car scene is that it gives you the ability to meet so many more people that are like-minded in that they like cars, but not even that, but just like if you're in the same car or the same type of car, the same spoiler on a car, whatever it may be, there's a lot of people on YouTube, or YouTube's a big source for meeting people that are like you. It's so easy, at least for me it has been, to meet people that are like me. I've met Derek Barron, I've met Actual Kenny, I've met Speedaholics, and I'm not even going to keep listening because I don't want to miss anyone, like that guy Marin, all these people I've met. So if you're watching this, guys, you guys are awesome. But basically, I've just met a lot of like-minded individuals and people that like what I like. And it's just really cool that I can go on there and meet people and eventually maybe even meet them in person. I mean, obviously, internet relationships and real-life relationships are a lot different, but it's just awesome that I can meet people on the internet and be able to talk. And the forums are the biggest thing, but that's definitely not related to YouTube. But it's just awesome, like the internet in general, is just awesome that you can go and find people and just meet people to talk to about cars, because us car guys know that when we talk to our friends too much, or our girlfriends too much, or our parents too much about cars, they will get annoyed. Like for some reason, cars in general, people get a lot more annoyed when you talk about cars than if you talk about like sports or school or makeup or whatever it may be. I feel like it's just because there's so much to know about cars, so people get annoyed at that. But little rant there. It's just that it's awesome to find people that are like-minded and have that unlimited amount of being able to talk about cars as much as you want. Another thing I really like about YouTube in the car scene is that it gives us the ability to see, as car guys, what the scene is like in other places and locations, whether it be across the world or the next town over. You can really see what it's like and how it differs from your car scene. So whether you're into cars or like in a group or a clique of car guys or not, it's really cool to see, like, in comparison, like say my brother's car, a 2003 Mach 1, it's cool to see what other people are doing with their Mach 1 compared to ours. And likewise, it's cool to see what the car meets and car scene is like in a town an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours from me compared to where I am. It's just awesome. And even like the car scene in, say, Dubai or Australia, whatever it may be, it's awesome to see how it differs from us. And that's something that's always fascinated me and I've wanted to know, is how different the scene is in different places. And that's what YouTube definitely allows us to do, which is awesome. But something else that's a lot more exclusive and rare, but definitely still is true, is how people are using their passion and their knowledge and their motivation to just have a life around cars, how they're using that to make a career for themselves. Now, obviously, there's many careers that you could go into, whether it be mechanical engineering or being a mechanic or selling cars, whatever it may be. There's a lot of careers, but the fact that I could meet myself or any other guy that's had success in this, like Evan Shanks, that dude in blue, TJ Hunt, all those guys, the fact that they can take their knowledge and their just passion and drive to make videos or live the car lifestyle, the fact that they can do that and make a living off it and creating these videos is absolutely awesome to me. And it's a dream that I'm chasing currently, and it's a dream that many others have had come true. And it's just awesome to me that these guys can start making a full living off literally doing what they love. And whether it be that they love videos or they love cars or they love doing both, it's just awesome that they're making those videos on cars and literally making a living off it. Obviously, this is much more rare. Not every car guy is going to be able to make a video or two and have a living off of it. Not like saying TJ Hunt makes 2 videos, but you know what I mean? It's not going to happen to everyone, but it's still cool. And it's something that I'm chasing personally. And it's just awesome to me. And I keep saying it's awesome, but whatever. The last reason I think YouTube's really helping the car scene is actually a little bit of a weird one. It's like a factor of how it's helping. And that is that all these big YouTubers that make videos on whatever it may be, makeup, gaming videos or whatever, that they're buying these sweet cars. And it sounds really weird because a lot of people get annoyed at this and say, like, this guy, Phase Adapt, for example, doesn't know anything about a GTR and he just bought one. Well, I think that's car about a GTR. Well, I think that actually really does help because say a kid that's a gamer, right? And is subscribed to Phase Adapt, which is a gaming channel. Maybe that kid is watching his video and he says, whoa, that's a really cool car. He goes on Google or YouTube, searches up GTR, Nissan GTR, finds the car, sparks an interest in his head, and now he's into cars, or at least GTRs for that matter. I just think that's awesome that these guys are buying these cars, and not only that, but those guys are getting more into cars as they buy them. Whether it be that they're just buying the car to show it off or to actually get into it, who knows? But it's awesome that these guys are buying these cars and promoting them on their channel, which, yeah, it can get annoying sometimes and you get jealous. But it's cool that they're making those videos and getting more kids into cars, and it's just promoting the car scene on YouTube and the car scene in real life a lot. Now, with that all being said, I definitely think there's not all positivity around YouTube in the car scene. There's definitely, I would say, this particular scene on YouTube, there's gaming, there's makeup, there's vlogging, all this stuff, but cars, I would say, definitely is up there in how much hate you get. So this is particularly more particular towards car content creators rather than the viewers, but it definitely is hard to be a content creator for cars or if you're not thick-skinned and you're not hard-headed, it might be hard to make videos because there's so much hate around it. Like I said, it's not all positive. So I definitely think that the positivity outweighs the negativity, but there definitely is still a lot of hate where people will say, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. Not like that's bad, but kids will say it in definitely a mean way. I remember when I first started my channel, JROCars, this one guy commented and left a huge comment about how I was an idiot, how I was doing this and that wrong, how that fact was wrong, how this fact was wrong, and why it made me such an idiot. And it really kind of affected me, and that was before I grew this thick skin. and it was just kind of like a downer. Like, it just made you feel kind of bad. Now, I see these comments all the time. I'm used to it, and I've definitely not let them get to me. But it's just, there's a lot of hate around it, and that's something that's, I wouldn't say is good around it, because when you're a kid and you're hanging out with your friends, or well, like how it used to be when my dad would hang out with his friends, it was like he would say something, they'd say like, dude, no, that's wrong, because it's definitely different in person. They'd be like, dude, no, that's wrong. A spark plug doesn't inject the fuel, it sparks the flame. So you know what I mean? They would just correct them. Now on YouTube, kids have the feeling that they can just say whatever they want and say you're an idiot for saying that, and that's definitely something that's more negative about it. And also, that can lead to intimidation for kids that are trying to get into the car scene and see all these comments saying, you're this, you're that, you're an idiot for this and that, and you're saying that wrong. Then the kids might be scared and say, what if I make a video, or what if I talk to my friends and they think I'm an idiot? So it's definitely a little bit of negativity, but I would say the car scene in general is much more helped out by YouTube than it is negatively. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully you have any input on this, and if you do, leave a comment down below of what you think I said in this video, or what you think about what I said in this video. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I really love YouTube, and I love the car scene. I think you guys could probably tell that. And yeah, I definitely think it helps a lot more than it doesn't help. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.